we're just pumping these every day, every day, every day.
Let's listen to this 911 call I finally got from the cops when Kim Zolciak called the police on September 28th, 2023 on her husband, Kroy Biermann. But unfortunately, you won't see the body cam videos that followed this call when cops came back twice to the mansion that the couple still shares. That's because the cops are refusing to release those videos. And the videos from 2 nights later, on September 30th, 2023, when the arguing turned physical, according to what Kim told the cops. Even though I paid more than $300, as I told you guys, for all the 911 calls and all the body cam videos, all the times cops responded in 2023 to Kim and Kroy's house, and the taxpayers of the great state of Georgia have paid for these body-worn cameras, for the servers that the videos reside on, and the cops who stood by for hours as Kim loaded up her Range Rover with her designer purses.
Oh, did you just see that?
Let's
Did you just see that?
separate.
Did you see that?
Come on, this is...
Here we go. Peacefully.
You just need to stop.
So,
this is ridiculous.
But whatever.
My stuff back, Tess. Stop taking my belongings.
All of your
you
belongings.
took all of my purses
Tim,
just
these
now.
are joint marital assets.
They're not. It's okay.
An officer he worked for you need to understand these are joint marital assets.
You're doing it to punish me. You're doing it to sell them. You're doing all of it. These purses are not from you.
Just
the gray ones from Lee. Some of them are from...
Would you like to speak to a lawyer about what joint marital assets are? I have one on the phone.
It's okay.
I have a lawyer. Thank you. I have one. I have one. I have one. Thank you. I have one. Thank you, sir.
I tried. She is taking joint marital assets out of the home, out of my possession, which I have full ownership in, just as much as she does. She has emptied shelves and purses.
You've taken all my bags and
so
yes, I have.
she has taken these. She's about to take these off-site. Here she is. Yep, combative and just like how she loves to do.
Okay. If you do that, we'll wait.
And load it up in the car as she continues to take them out of the house. She's breaking things now.
No, that dropped.
Showing them all did you just see that?
Guys, here's the thing.
He's being ridiculous, and you know he's being petty. Like, for real. Get out of my face. Out of my car. This is my vehicle, and you have the other vehicle. It is. It's in my name and Brielle.
You should listen. It's a joint marital asset.
Sir, like,
guys,
it's a joint marital asset.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
This is Forsyth County with a transfer. She's on drive. Ma'am, go ahead.
My husband is taking all of my handbags down. He's locked the safe. He's hiding all of my assets. We're going through a divorce.
Ma'am, what's the address?
He's aggressive.
What's the phone number that you're calling from?
And he's locking them up in the safe. I have no idea. I just found out he stole all my stuff, so...
We're not getting the transparency that citizens are due. But as always, you can find all the body cam videos that they did release to me over on Patreon. First, let's listen to this entire call that Kim made that day, and then we'll come back and talk about how celebrities curry favor with police.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Manor Bridge Drive.
Tell me that address again to make sure I've got it right.
Manor Bridge Drive.
And what's the phone number you're calling from?
You know what? This is my home phone that I never use because my husband has taken both my phones, so I could not call you guys or leave the house. So that's what I'm calling for.
Okay, and your name?
Kim Biermann.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
He took both of my telephones, both of my cell phones, and I have neither one of them. He has kept them to me for hours. And we only have one home phone because it's for our gate at our house. So I'm on this one now, and I honestly don't know the number. It's like a 770. I don't know if I heart, but he will not give me my phones back, and I need to leave because I don't feel safe here.
Okay, hang on one second. I'm just putting that information into the call, so please stand by.
Thank you.
Okay, and when did this happen?
It's been going on over the last, he took my phones like maybe an hour and a half ago. I had to suspend them with Verizon, and now he won't give them back to me.
Okay.
I had two for a reason because he took my other phone back in November and scared me, so I bought another one, and now he took them both.
All right, are you at that location now?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have access to weapons?
No, they're all gone.
All right, does anyone need medical attention?
No, I just need my phones back.
Okay. How many people are involved?
Just 2.
Okay. And
I don't know
where
what you're
is...
asking me there, but...
Okay. Just want to know how many people are involved in the dispute. Where is the suspect now?
In the master, he locked me out of the room yet again. Same story. I'm sorry to call 911 for this trivial stuff, but I have no phone numbers, no nothing, because it's all on my phone.
Okay, and I need to get the suspect's description.
He's like 6'4", red hair, and a beard.
Okay, and what's he wearing today?
White on white, basically.
Okay, thank you. And I just need more information into the call, so please stand by.
It's so ridiculous to call you guys for this, Brian. This is crazy.
And your husband's name?
Kroy, K-R-O-Y.
Okay, thank you, miss. And I'm putting that information into the call. Are you or anyone else in danger right now?
No, I'm in my kitchen. I left the master for that.
Are any children present?
Yes, but they're asleep.
Okay. And how old is each child?
Twins that are 9, 11-year-old, and a 12-year-old.
Okay, thank you, miss. And I'm putting that information in the call. And where are they now?
In their rooms asleep. I've threatened to call you guys for the last 2 hours. It just is getting out of control.
Okay, has anyone been using alcohol or drugs?
No. I had a glass of wine, but that won't
Okay. Was anyone strangled or choked?
No.
Okay, thank you, miss. All right, if it's safe to do so, separate yourself from him and avoid further contact. Do not disturb anything at the scene. And officer, we've got officers en route right now. Hang on 1 second. All right, I'm going to stay on the line with you as long as I can. If anything changes, just let me know and tell me when the officers arrive.
Okay.
Also, if you could put away any pets and turn on the outside lights, that would be helpful.
I don't know where these dogs are, to be honest. I turned the outside lights on, but...
Okay.
So, over this constant abuse every day. Open the door for him.
So he's still up in the master bedroom and you're in the kitchen?
Yeah, I knew that when I left the master he would lock me out, because that's what he always does. But so I knew that coming out here to the kitchen. But he would not return my phone, like I said, so I can't call anybody, I can't leave, nothing.
Okay, I'm sorry that's happening, yes.
I mean, like I said, we only have this one home phone for our gate to our house. Otherwise, we would not have a home phone. I had to go find it somewhere throughout the house. Let me put my robe on. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second.
Okay.
John, where are you? I hate to have to call you guys for this. I'm very sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's what we're here for, miss. We want to make sure you're safe.
John, come on. We need to get in the master. Let's go. Come on, come in. The police are coming, so I recommend you give me my phone back. My phone's back because I've called 911 now. I've had enough. I need my phone. Don't stay now in the room. I put the dog up, the one dog up. I don't know where the other one is. Moment. Finn? Come here, buddy. Oh, God, this is just like exhausting. I just... Oh, my God.
Okay, Miss Biermann, I need to hang up now to take another 911 call, but help is on the way. Call us back if anything changes or if you have any further information. Thank you, Miss. Bye-bye.
In that call we just listened to, you could hear Kim say, "I'm so over this abuse every day, every day, every day." Kroy has hidden her phones once again, and so she has found a phone on which to call the cops. But according to cops, an arrest would have to be made to get the rest of the body cam videos. Now, TMZ got that same call, but they only played 3 minutes of it or less. They kind of edited the audio down. But what you just heard was the full 6-minute, 26-second video, save for the address, which I redact for privacy's sake. That was September 28th, 2023. And cops would only release that call to me after plenty of back and forth. They still refused to release the body cam video, but I'll tell you the reasons why. And they only released the 911 call to me after I showed them it had been released to TMZ already. So according to cops, they told me the case was listed as active pending at the time they responded to me, but it's now listed as inactive pending in their system, and therefore the current status indicates the case remains open without any active prosecution at this time. The CAD numbers, which is like these caller notes when someone calls 911, related to a different case, was reported as family violence, so that must have been the September 30th big blowout fight. It's not releasable to me pursuant to, according to cops, these documents are related to family violence and are not subject to release unless an arrest has been made in the incident. So I had pushed back, and thank God I got the 911 call, since TMZ already got it. Perhaps because my pockets aren't deep enough, as deep as TMZ's, and maybe because these body cam videos are popular, the remaining footage that I already paid for is being withheld. But yeah, I get it. It does help to curry favor and have an inside track with celebrities. We know that TMZ has an inside track with people in police stations, hospitals, courtrooms. That's how TMZ gets those exclusive breaking news tips so quickly. They're willing to really pay. Now, if you haven't seen this latest video by an ex-TMZ employee, his name is Morgan Tremaine, you gotta watch it. He's the guy who took the stand in the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial, and TMZ did everything they could to try and prevent him from testifying. But TMZ is not above the law, so he ended up taking the stand and telling what he knew. But I've linked to his new video. It's titled The Dark Truth Behind TMZ's Celebrity Death Reporting. I've linked to it below, and it's pretty eye-opening and fascinating, which kind of really breaks down what you have to do sometimes to get some of these body cam videos or insider scoops.
So TMZ has this uncanny ability to break celebrity death stories more than any other outlet. It makes you wonder, like, how are they able to do this? How are they able to get ahead of every other outlet? How are they able to get ahead of friends and family to get this information? So in this video, we're going to look at some of the people that are involved in celebrity death reporting at TMZ, which is going to be Harvey Levin, the LAPD, and then select staffers, including myself. In the days following Matthew Perry's death, there was a lot of reaction as to how they do this. Did they pay off the cops? How did they get this information? And so I want to address all of those questions, all of the accusations that have been online everywhere about how this process works. According to Matthew Perry's death certificate, he died at 4:17 p.m. at his home in LA. TMZ published the story of his death at 5:10 p.m. That means TMZ had less than an hour before they found out, were able to verify the information and publish the story. So how are they able to find out before any friends and family? And the answer is law enforcement. It's honestly no big insider thing. It's the second line of the article. Law enforcement sources tell us. It's something you see in a lot of TMZ articles, especially when it comes to death. Which of course brings us to then, how does TMZ have this crazy close relationship with law enforcement, particularly the LAPD? And it's something that's hard to figure out because there's so many people that work at TMZ. It's not like there's one staffer who just goes by TMZ cop guy online. Right? So this is Dennis Broad, aka TMZ cop guy. And here he is visiting and handing out merch at the LAPD communications division in 2019. So what's his background? What's his story? How is he so closely affiliated with law enforcement in LA? Well, Dennis is a former private investigator. And by the way, licensed private investigators have access to software for all kinds of public records. Phone numbers, addresses, everything. And what he does is from about 2:30 in the morning until about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, he's on the phone calling law enforcement looking for stories. And a lot of these calls are just to follow up on tips that TMZ received through email or through their phone tip line. So these tips can come from law enforcement, can come from the fire department, publicists. And so when they get any kind of tip that's regarding the law or law enforcement, like it's somebody got arrested, there's a death, they're on the phone with law enforcement to make sure it's 100% accurate. Why does law enforcement work with TMZ? Why does anybody work with TMZ, frankly? Is it money? Are they paying these people off? The fact of the matter is TMZ 100% pays for photos and videos. They pay for photos and videos because that's hard evidence.
Absolutely no problem buying photos, buying videos, because objectively, it is what it is.
The movie LA Confidential. His character in that movie, which is a cop who is purely motivated by, wanting to be a hotshot in Hollywood. And he even has a little tiny sweaty guy who works for the tabloids on the take. That's Harvey Levin, that's TMZ, that's the LAPD. That office is one giant room with 200 people in it. There are no windows, and you arrive before the sun rises and you leave after it sets. Filled with cameras, every inch of it is being filmed back to back for the 3 TV shows. The offices have glass walls. It is the definition of a reality distortion zone. You get kind of seduced by the money, you're locked in this office, you don't have any time for a personal life, things start to get skewed. Like Wolfgang Van Halen, he was in the hospital and didn't even have 20 minutes to grieve because according to him, TMZ paid off someone in a hospital. But that is a reality for a lot of people. And it's TMZ's fault that they have to go through that. Please think about it from a place of decency, from a place of respect, and how you would feel if this was your family.
In that video, Morgan described how TMZ pays off insiders to get knowledge of deaths, sometimes even before their own family members find out. It's very moving and poignant. So I'm asking, will TMZ be the first one to end up with the remaining body cam videos from Kim and Kroy's house? Because they can pay more, a lot more. But I still hope no arrests will be made in this case. Maybe the body cam will stay hidden. Even though Kim and Kroy's divorce is still listed as open and contested, the last time I checked the court records, I'm grateful that Kim and Kroy seem to be working it out, giving it another chance. They went out for their 12th wedding anniversary to this great restaurant, celebrated.
Love my dress from one of my girls, Eva. Love, 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 love. Going out to dinner, celebrate good times, come on. Guys, this is the best bruschetta I've ever had in my life. This is burrata, and this is the bread that comes with it. It's unreal. That's their focaccia bread with the olive oil in it. And this is risotto, smoked mozzarella inside with a spicy marinara sauce. It's like a street food in Sicily. This restaurant, guys, is unbelievable, and it's packed. Okay, guys, I just have to tell you, first of all, this is a lasagna. It's amazing.
Unreal.
I got the chicken parm. I'm so full because I've eaten so many. This is the best Italian food I've ever had in Georgia in my life. Hands down, you guys have to try this restaurant out. And how I met the owner is because when I came back from a trip, I had 9 bags and I had to go through like customs and I couldn't carry them on my own. So he was so kind, him and his wife, to help me. And he's like, oh, I own a restaurant, come visit. I saw the pictures on Instagram. I was like, oh, I'm definitely going. And well, here we are. Unbelievable. Cheers. 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 Thank you. Hilarious. Look what I just found. This is from last year. This is from last night. So cool.
And Kim is still hawking her designer purses and shoes online to raise money. But she's not admitting that she needs money for her bills or to save her house or anything. This Instagram follower asked her just yesterday, "Do you not have money and have to sell your clothes, shoes?" Kim answered, "I have a ton of stuff I bought over the years, so selling what I don't want, that's all." Heart emoji.
Guys, I wore these shoes one time, bomb on. They're adorable, so cute, and they were super comfy. Hey guys, I'm back in action and back home. Woo-hoo! We're getting back to it. These are brand new, never worn, adorable. These are mink little balls on the end, just so cute. Gucci shoes. How cute is this Louis Vuitton bag? It goes from black to brown. Perfect condition. Show you kind of the bottom. No scratches on the hardware, nothing. This is an oversized Chanel bag. The CC one's gray, one's cream. Patent leather. So adorable. Excellent, excellent condition. It's got 3 large compartments. This one zips up. This awesome Louis Vuitton bag, vintage for sure. It's like a light blue denim kind of grayish color. Perfect condition. A brand new Prada python on the side. Cutest bag ever. I've never carried it. Still has all the original packing inside of it. Perfect condition. This is a Python Chanel boy bag, the large version, in perfect condition. It was carried one time. Please make a better video of this bag since there are so many requests. My screen was definitely a little dirty, you guys. I would say medium size Balenciaga tote. Adorable, excellent condition. Whoops. Shearling Chanel bag with the tags. Never once carried. I actually have matching boots as well that match this by Chanel, obviously. Super cute for like Aspen. That's what I bought it for. Men's Christian Louboutin, a light tannish color, excellent condition, worn only one time. Literally, they look brand new. Okay, you guys, these are Prada boots. These are adorable. Brielle's never worn them. I'm cleaning out her closet kind of without her authorization a little bit too, but they're like velvet. 37.5, never worn, brand new. Yeah. This is an Italian brand. This is a really cute sneaker. Excellent condition, of course. I don't think he wore these. All the shoes, you guys, are a size 13, by the way. I should have probably put that down, but these are Givenchy sneakers. Excellent condition. Chance has been using this serum. How do you say it? Serum.
LC serum.
On my face since like 20 what?
Liquid gold.
It is liquid gold. I highly recommend it, you guys. She's sold out all the time. These pajamas in my Sundays. I am obsessed. Thank you, Mallory, for thinking of me. These are the best fabric you could ever imagine, like ever. And I'm all about the feel and touch of things. This is like butter, baby. Trimmed in red. These are incredible. I'm about to order a bunch for my entire family. So slow your roll, guys, because I know you're headed there now too. I highly, highly, highly recommend checking these out because these are really, truly adorable. And if you know me, then you know that I'm bow obsessed. I mean, Kaya wore a bow on her head till she was probably 7, and finally she's like, Mom, no more. Okay, guys, I just went to go to the website and they're not even available yet until November 19th. But I did put my phone number in so that you'll get a reminder when they go live. And I feel like you're going to need the reminder because these are going to go super fast. I love Christmas pajamas in general. I've had a bunch of onesies over the years, flannel ones, all different ones. I have to be honest with you guys, and not just because I adore Mallory. These are the best quality I've ever felt. Literally like butter.
So Kim is refusing to address her financial problems head on. I know it's potentially embarrassing to have, you know, this huge mansion that she bragged about on Bravo, to have that potentially being auctioned off or foreclosed upon. But there's no need to fake the funk. We all need to pay our bills. A lot of us are online making money, paying our bills. And speaking of which, a little affiliate income right here. Benefit Cosmetics, they just sent me this Taste of Benefit sampler box. It's for fast, easy, risk-free beauty sampling. I had so much fun just playing around with their concealers and all the different shades. They really give you a thing where you can test out the shades first to know what you might need, what your coloring might be. You know, I'm no makeup guru, as you can probably tell, but they are offering for you to use the code YouTube30 for 30% off site-wide free shipping during Black Friday and Cyber Monday as a way to try other Benefits products, since the beauty box sampler is exempt from their YouTube 30 promotion. But you can use it to get 30% off of everything else on their site. If you want a sampler box like they sent me, here's how it works. You buy the sampler box for $35, then a week later you'll receive a $35 site credit, and you can use that on any purchase. But you have to redeem your code within 60 days of receiving it. So in order to get it or find what you need, somewhere you should be able to find the YouTube shopping link where you can click on it, go over to the Benefits website and buy what you want. You can buy and try your own sampler box of 8 specific curated bestseller sample sizes. And those products include the stuff I was just playing around with. They have a lot of mascaras and I needed them. Bad Gal Bang Volumizing Mascara. You know how it's smart to often replace your mascara. They have their real lengthening mascara. They have their real Magnet Extreme lengthening mascara. They have roller lash curling mascara. Don't tell anyone, but I use the mascara on my eyebrows as well. They have a 24-hour brow setter clear brow gel, a fluff up brow wax, a buoying cakeless concealer. That's what I had so much fun with, playing with the shades. The Hoola matte bronzer, and they have a cute little Benefits makeup bag. You see, Kim and Kroy, that's how easy it is to admit that you're promoting stuff online. Not only because you love the products, but also because any affiliate revenue earned from it all helps pay the bills. We all have bills. Yeah, I haven't always been a great steward of my income either, and it's good to work and pay the bills off. And cops need their bills paid too. According to the Arizona Capitol Times, the city of Phoenix, they allocated funds to their 2022 and 2023 budget to add staff to their body-worn camera unit. Given they have such a huge backlog, it's like a year. I guess if you request BODYCAM from Phoenix, it would take a year. The writer still calls the BODYCAM videos a crucial resource for police transparency and accountability. Jarrett Keenan, he's the legal director for the Arizona ACLU, he said, quote, that police often end up stonewalling when the BODYCAM footage shows the police in a negative light. But that is precisely the time when the public records law is most important. And so, yeah, I know, while some of these BODYCAM videos, the events can seem, of course, very personal. They might feel like a soap opera. You know, that's why some states, you must black it out or blur it if they're going inside someone's home, like Washington or Ohio. But it becomes a matter of public record when the police get involved in a call, and taxpayers deserve to know when anyone, be it a celebrity, a rich person, a poor person, whomever, if they're using resources flippantly. Like neighbors in Georgia need to know, they deserve to know, when Kroy, according to Kim, what she told cops, approached police with his gun drawn. When police responded one time to their home, I'd love to see that body cam, because an alarm went off. The public needs to know, neighbors down there need to know when one of the Biermann dogs bit a child, their own child. I get it. Police want to curry favor with celebrities sometimes because they want to stay on the good side of rich folks. These folks who can hire them as personal security for hours, days, or months on end, up to $45 or $60 an hour. Hey, I am a fan of backing the blue. You know, those great cops who are there for us, who risk their lives and show up when we call 911. You best believe I've called 911 before in the past when I needed help, you know, medical help, and it's great to know that people will show up. I have the utmost respect for those who do their job well, like when I go into prison ministry in my local county jail every month, and the great policemen are there doing their job day after day, protecting us citizens. So if someone just wants to issue a blanket criticism of all cops, I'm not with that. I always tell people, look, walk in their shoes for a day, do a ride along, try and do their job for 24 hours. I wouldn't want to do it. And as long as they're honest and great cops, great with the community, who knows? But I'm wondering, will this body cam footage be auctioned off to the highest bidder, like Kim's mansion might be someday? I've already described what happened after Kim called the cops this Thursday, September 28th, kind of around 10 p.m. or later. When they showed up, the officers made contact. Once again, Kim was complaining that Kroy had taken her phones and hidden them, and so it was this big brouhaha. Kim said she had gotten into an argument with Kroy, and she brought her phones with her in the shower. You might remember we talked about this recently because Kroy has a habit of stealing her phones, but she must have just put them somewhere in the bathroom on the sink and claims that Kroy sneaked in there and took her phones. They were fighting over that master bedroom, and Kim complained that Kroy would often just, lock her out. It's like they were playing a game of musical chairs or something. As soon as one of them left the master bedroom, the other would lock the other one out because both of them wanted to sleep on that magical $20,000 mattress. And so Kim described Kroy holding his arms out, knowing not to touch her, but, using his big body to block her and things like that. On this evening, Kim would go ahead and tell cops that she was missing her phones for 2 hours. Who knows where Kroy had taken them, but I feel like that was his strategy, to take her phones so she couldn't call the police, so it would avoid more TMZ reports. But back then, September 28th, she was claiming she had court the next day, and that should help things go in the right direction. But apparently it didn't, because this kept going on that night. She had cops in there looking through all the rooms. All of a sudden, Kim goes back in her bedroom, and lo and behold, eureka! Kim's missing phones end up on her nightstand. I have a feeling, I can kind of see it in my mind's eye, maybe we will see this body cam one day. It's so strange. There's no arrest, no pending prosecution for this incident in particular, so there can be no release of the body cam. But the previous body cams we watched, there were no arrests in those cases either. So why were those released? I'm glad they were. Again, I just think as stuff gets more popular, more eyeballs, maybe criticism comes. I don't know, it's not for me. Then the excuses and the citations start with, oh, this is why we can't release anymore. That would have been at least one body cam video from that night. At least the second one would have happened again later that night, only 21 minutes after leaving the residence. Kim would call back. She said she was about to go to bed. Kroy came in the bedroom. He started screaming at her and took her phones once again. She said the phones were right there next to her on the bed, so I don't know what Kroy was screaming about, but he came in and took them. So once again, she found the home phone and she called police. She had explained at that point they were both in the bathroom, and Kroy tried to prevent her from going down that spiral staircase as we've seen in other body cam videos, and he was holding his arms out, and she ended up slipping underneath to freedom. That's when Kim was saying that Kroy had stolen the keys or took the keys to their camera room, and so she couldn't have access apparently to this camera room because Kim thought Kroy was in the camera room. They're trying to outsmart one another, I guess. She thought he was turning off the cameras so she would not have proof of what she's alleging, his treatment of her. So on this night, apparently September 28th, Kroy did not call police. It was Kim that called the cops twice, and when cops got there, they could not make contact with Kroy. I could just see him darting all around that huge home, just hiding from the police. And that's when cops, eureka, once again, they go in the bathroom and they see two phones lying on a bunch of towels on the floor. It's like a game of hide and seek. And Kim did tell the cops this night that she had access to the cameras, except only one looking at the hallway where the camera room is. It's very strange behavior. So this night, just like in previous nights, the officers did say, look, Kim, we can stay here with you while you gather things, but ultimately Kim decided she felt safe to just stay there in the home that night with her children. Kim had contacted one of her daughters to see, okay, look up Kroy's location, and Kroy was not in the house at that time apparently, so she felt safe enough to stay. She told the cops that night, this is the second time they're back, of course, she was going in her daughter's room, she was going to lock the door and sleep in her daughter's room. Isn't that ironic that they're fighting over this $20,000 mattress, who's going to sleep on it, and it escalates so much that Kim ends up sleeping in her daughter's bed anyway, one that she complained was too soft in the previous body cam video. The officers had explained to Kim about getting a temporary protection order, and she was letting them know, yeah, like she has in the past, the cops have suggested that, and so it might be the right direction. I don't think she ever got one, but the cops did stand by. Great job. They made sure Kim felt comfortable and safe staying in that home before they left. Now, the report noted, it should be noted, that nothing physical happened, Kroy against Kim or the children that particular night, but things did change. Like we discussed on September 30th. There were no arrests made that night or any other night due to insufficient probable cause. So since there is no arrest, and it does say there is body cam footage of this encounter, we know there are at least 2 videos, probably 4, because cops usually show up in 2s at least at that house. So it could be 4 videos we're missing from that night. When will they release them? Lord only knows. At least the 3rd, or it could be the 5th, who knows. The next set of body cam videos that cops aren't releasing, not quite yet, are from only 2 nights later, September 30th. We talked about Kroy's huge stature. He's 6 feet 3 inches tall, 250 pounds. Kim is 5'8", and she's been losing weight, so she's about 120 pounds. That afternoon, on September 30th, there was a domestic disturbance, and that's where both parties claimed it got physical. Kroy told the cops his wife was attacking him. He described how Kim was wearing a black top and a robe, and once again, the location of the children, sadly, they were around the house, so kids can be sensitive and pick up on all this stuff. They know when there's no peace in the home. Once again, at that point, the notes say the female has locked herself in a room she isn't supposed to be in, so she must have been in the master bedroom, I assume. But then Kroy told the cops that Kim was trying to leave. So when she was leaving, that call connected to her car, her Range Rover, and then it disconnected, and Kim was backing out in her Range Rover. Now, the same day, September 30th, Kim had called 911 as well. Her chief complaint was that it was a physical domestic disturbance. So this was about 4:09 p.m. It wasn't as late as a couple of nights earlier. Kim said that Kroy came into her space, broke her nails. He went out the side door with all of her stuff. It said the suspect, who was Kroy, was in the area. There was a time lapse of 5 minutes on that call. There were 2 subjects involved, Kim and Kroy, of course. And Kim, like before, she waited for the cops on the right side of the house, by the nanny suite, which is now her suite. Basically, that's her space. The location of the children at that point, one of them was with Kim, the caller. We don't know which child. Perhaps it was her youngest daughter. And it sounds like this time they were able to have contact with Kroy, because the notes say, were y'all able to contact him? Affirm. So it sounds like affirmative. Maybe Kroy did not hide from the cops that day, because he also called and he claimed physical contact. He claimed Kim was kicking him. So that's it. Will we ever see these body cams? I don't know. I'm letting it go from here. It's in God's hands. Sometimes I just get so tired of fighting with these places, and they're great people. It's not like they're bad people or anything. I get tired of fighting with all these agencies for so many reasons, just behind the scenes, just trying to get what taxpayers already pay for. This is the reason cops are equipped with body cams so we know what's happening around us. But I'm glad Kroy and Kim are probably giving it another try. Hopefully they've stopped calling the cops. I don't know. I could request and see if there's more incidents. But I hope if it's meant to be, their marriage will work out, and I hope they're safe and sane and saved and prosperous with their children and turning their lives around. Isaiah 43:11-12. I, even I, am the Lord, and apart from me there is no Savior. I have revealed and saved and proclaimed, I, and not some foreign God among you. You are my witnesses, declares the Lord, that I am God. So that's it. I just wanted to wrap this up in a neat little bow. Feels like I'm wrapping up this series on Kim and Kroy and their body cam videos. I don't want them calling the cops anymore. I don't want them, at each other's throats, fighting over this material stuff which doesn't matter but a hill of beans. I hope they truly can work it out and maybe drop the divorce, and I hope the physical violence ends. I hope the arguing ends. I mean, it's normal to argue, of course, as a married couple, but just not to the extent where cops have to get involved, where kids are there and getting upset, where they're locking each other out of rooms, where they're using all this police resources, where I'm going back and forth and around the bend to try and get what should be public record anyway. Again, as citizens, tax-paying citizens, that's the reason we have these laws, public records laws. That's the reason cops are equipped with body cams, just to see what is happening around us in terms of safety, in terms of learning the law, in terms of transparency, accountability. If someone is calling the cops too much for frivolous reasons and just using them as, their own personal security guards, all this stuff needs to be on record. But maybe this will be it. I wanted to let you guys know, especially you guys who are all into this Kim and Kroy series, where it stands as of today, Friday, November 17th, and just go from there. If I get any more 911 calls and body cam videos, I will go for it. It'll be a miracle if they give them to me and not TMZ. But if I get any more, even though I didn't get all the ones I requested and paid for, if I get any more, I will continue the series. But for now, this is it. Plenty of other cases, of course, more serious cases I'm researching and covering, and I wish Kim and Kroy actually the best. I pray for them, I pray for their family, and maybe this will be it. Maybe they'll be able to pull it together, keep it together, stick together, realize there's more important things in life than money. Get good help if there's a gambling issue or if there's a CTE issue or whatever the issue is. You hear a lot of he said, she said, so I don't want to take a side, but hopefully it can all be resolved and they just go on and live happy lives, especially for the sake of their children. Thanks so much for watching all this. Visit the links below. Take care.
So that I can't get out? You wouldn't believe the shit on the dead series. Show you so much. I know, whatever, Karen. Thank you guys. I'm going to the room.
Alright, well,
I'm
you got everything?
I don't even know what to say. I don't know, I'm embarrassed.
Okay. There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Your life, your safety is more important than,
I don't know why I would defend this human being. Because he's sick, that's why.
We'll let you,
thank you.
Hopefully things will come down tonight. We'll talk to him again, and hopefully y'all can just stay separate for tonight, and I can hash things out tomorrow. Actually, you know what to say.
Alright, Kroy, so this is what's going to happen tonight, alright? You guys are going to separate for the night. If you have a, room you can go to.